As we are chatting about leukemia today, oftentimes with cancer, it doesn't really hit home until you actually meet someone who's gone through it, and especially somebody that has survived. This is Chanel Vivigi, an extraordinary young lady who's here to share her story about how she was at 17 diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. And of course has survived, and she's written a book about it that's called Leukaemia Unveiled. Thank you very much for coming here and talking to us about this.
Thank you.
And this must come as quite a shock because you were 17 years old, you were a normal South African teenager in PE, just like any other, and then at some point you started feeling dizzy and you felt like something wasn't right. So take me through from that day until the day you were diagnosed with leukemia, the journey.
Okay, it was quite a weird situation because I was 17, so it was the December holidays, so I went and spent some time with my aunt in Pretoria, and we were walking through the mall, and then all of a sudden I fell over. I just fell and I lost control of my body, and it was really strange for me, and I just lied there and I could hear them shouting for me and I knew what was going on, but I was immobilized, like almost paralyzed there. And so my aunt was like, what's going on with you? And we rushed to get my blood pressure checked and everything, and they were like, no, it's cool. She just has a low blood pressure. She's going to be all right. And then I came back to PE, had already forgotten about that because now it's the New Year's party to look forward to.
Of course.
So you know how it is. And then, so we went to St. Francis Bay for New Year's, and I started to bleed excessively, even though like bleeding like as you were if you're a woman. But it wasn't supposed to be like that at that time. So it was really bad, like my whole pants was like full of blood. So I actually started hemorrhaging later on, actually realized that. I came back to PE and then I started to get a really excruciating pain on my lower back. But it was really bad, like I couldn't stand, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't do anything. And I would tell my mom, you know, this and this and this, and she was like, okay, do you want to go to the doctor? I was like, no, it's cool, just give me something for the pain, you know. And then this one night I woke up screaming and drooling from pain, and they had to rush me to the hospital. When I got there, the nurses had thought that I might have like hurt a muscle, really badly, from all the traveling and everything. But it turns out that I had leukemia.
Yeah, and not just any leukemia, you had this acute myeloid leukemia, which is the more aggressive form that, had it not been treated at the time, it could have been fatal. And I understand that at some point you had lost so much weight, you weighed 35 kilograms, right?
Yes, I was starting to, when I came home from school, I started to just like sleep right through dinner time. Like you just start to get so weak. And you sort of think, no, it's because I'm at school and at sport and all this stuff, so it's making me tired. So you sort of miss all those signs. But it actually took like one prick of a needle to check my sugar levels to find out that I had leukemia for 6 months without knowing.
My goodness.
And it rapidly produces inside your body, so there is no... what happens is that the white blood cells start attacking the red blood cells. That's why you get pale, that's why you get bruised, because you have no platelets, you have nothing to stop that from happening.
And I'm assuming you must have had an incredible support structure in your friends and your family to have helped you go through this challenge, and at the end it resulted in this book, Leukaemia Unveiled, that you, I'm assuming, hope will be a source of inspiration and hope to many people out there.
Definitely. My mom slept on a lazy boy chair next to my bed every single night while I was in hospital, and was like such a great support system to me. My dad would fly down every now and then or take a bus when he could. Obviously the finances was like quite a big thing as well, because I mean if you just put into the situation, you can't prepare for it, you don't know what to do. Money is, you know, the operation is already about 165,000 Rand. Just for the bone marrow transplant, or even more with hospital.
And of course you were very fortunate, like you said, that your brother is the one that ended up donating bone marrow to you.
It was amazing. I'd been in hospital for about 6 months on excessive chemotherapy. One of the chemotherapy processes that I needed to go through had to be covered with a bag because it could explode. So it's poison in your body. So throughout that process, finding out that my brother was a perfect match for me was amazing.
Yeah. And how brave he must have been at the age of 9 years old, as you said, to have
he was
been there.
and he was skinny, really tiny little boy.
Wow, that's incredible. But thank you very much for bringing your story, and I do hope that it is a source of inspiration to so many people out there that might be suffering from this condition, or even know somebody who might be suffering from this condition. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that is Chanel Vividji. That book is called Leukaemia Unveiled, and you can purchase your copy online. But right now we continue our Medical Tuesday chat with Dr. Darren Green. Here's Graham and Ilana.